Good evening, everyone. I'm going to talk about energy and the spirit realm and the connection and the healing and everything around that, what that looks like, and why it's so imperative that people really truly understand how that works. My understanding when I look at energy, as I see the spirit realm and I see a physical body, your soul, I can go into your soul and heal the energy around your soul. I can heal that so it's perfectly healed. The problem is, if it's an injury, somebody breaks their leg, why can't we just walk up and go, you're healed? Some people might claim they can do it. Think about that for a second. If you could instantly heal a person's leg, you'll be world famous. You'll be all over the place. People will be lined up for ridiculous periods. There's a lot of people that say they instantly heal. I've never seen it, and I honestly don't know if it's true or not. When I go to the spirit realm and ask that question, they show me when you try to do a miracle, because our physical bodies are changed so much from 10,000 years ago, you could say 2,000 years ago, 3,000 years ago, 1,000 years ago, we've changed so much in a short period of time that the barriers between the physical human body and their soul, the spiritual essence, the spiritual realms, that barrier is getting so thick. It's like literally when you try to do a miracle, it's like trying to decipher the moon through a pinhole. How long would that actually take to do? It would take quite a long time. You can't force all that healing energy through a pinhole and expect it to be instantaneous. At one time, though, it was almost instantaneous. It was very quick. You could actually do instantaneous healing. I really believe that. And I know my soul understands it. When I go into a person now and I heal their energy, I actually transform their energy. I heal them. So they don't have to bring that back for life after life after life after life. Now, to get that to transform into physical body takes a lot of time. Sometimes you can put more holes, but the human physical body can only handle so much. It's almost like this physical human body is so far forgotten about the spiritual body that they could never come together without just the body would die. It wouldn't be able to handle it. And that's when I see a human soul, a baby, the soul of the baby's slowly put into the mother through the length of the pregnancy. And so because the mother just can't instantly have a soul jump in the body of a baby instantaneously into the mother and expect the mother to be able to handle that. So it's filtered through over the time of the pregnancy. So just before the baby's born, the soul is completely put into the body. There's all kinds of different ways of looking at things and looking at the idea. But to me, what I see is us moving the wrong direction. Or we need to really whip it around and go the opposite direction. Some people believe we are going into awakening. But to be awakened, you have to be able to leave this body with your physical body. Right now, the world, physical reality, our physical bodies are not compatible to the spirit realm. And that's a really big issue. And that's one of those things that we need to work on as a human race. We need to go into that energy and transform it. We need to go into that and heal it. We need to open up ourselves, heal ourselves, try to be the best people we can be, work with energy, talk to the spirit realm. All this will start raising and changing our vibration one person at a time, which then will start to break the veil down. Because the veil at one time was very, very thin. Now it's like a huge wall with a tiny little pinhole in it. And you can put more pinholes, but again, like you could say, okay, well, I can filter the moon through a trillion pinholes, and then you can transfer the energy all at once. Except the human body would just completely die because it can't handle that pure spiritual energy anymore. At one time they could. And that's why when you do healing on people, and it's a lot of healing, it can sometimes throw a person's physical system, messes them up in a way, temporarily. Doesn't happen all the time, but when you do a lot of healing, it can create an imbalance in the physical body. Because you're trying to put all this energy through a pinhole. So if you do a lot of really hard healing, you're putting lots of pinholes. And as a healer, you only can put so many in because the physical body cannot handle so much. So you got to be careful how much you put in. The more you get used to that spiritual energy, Joe, the higher vibration you become, and the more physical energy you can handle. So this also works in the human race. And the more open a human race is, the more we can actually filter that energy through. And the more the veil becomes thinner, and then miracles are going to be much more easier to do. And we are capable of human beings to do miracles. We are able to do instantaneous healings. When I go in to heal someone, I transform the energy around that. That is actually healing a person. The problem is the person open to it? Possibly. How much are they to it? That's one aspect. The other aspect is that we can't force an instantaneous miracle through a pinhole, all that energy through that one little pinhole, and expect it to be 100% effective. It is in the spirit realm, though. And that is what is important to understand, is that we need to, as a human race, really change this around, because we should be able to, at some point, to leave and to take our physical bodies and simply, we will not die. We'll live forever, and we'll be able to come to this physical realm any time in history to live. We can choose the planets anywhere in the universe to come to the physical realms to actually, we could come here for a day, a week, a month, a year, and there'll be no death anymore. But right now, our bodies can't handle the spiritual energy, so it's not able to do that. But when you have them both almost completely in sync, you're going to be able to do that. You're going to be able to go back and forth, to be in the physical reality, in the spiritual reality. And this is the whole point of one of the reasons why we did this in the first place, to learn to become physical. Because the physical realities have there's different aspects to it than the spiritual reality. And this is what the human race will be able to do someday. But we really need to work on ourselves and help break down that barrier. And you could simply think to yourself that wall is crumbling. The wall is breaking apart. The wall is getting thinner. There is no wall. The wall is an illusion. These type of things will help us take that wall down, so the wall doesn't exist anymore, because really the wall is an illusion. We've created such a powerful illusion that our physical bodies forget who we are. So when we transfer tons of spiritual energy, it won't absorb it. It actually will make it sick. It could actually even kill it if it's too much at once. It's very, 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 because our souls are diluted compared to what they really are. It's like, I honestly believe that our actual human souls, or human spirits, are very, 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 very diluted compared to what they used to be. That's I could talk about this topic for a long time, but I want to do a journey into healing that part. To heal the veil, to try to thin the veil, to try to make it more and more and more and more and more and more accessible. So I want to put an affirmation and say to the spirit realm that the people that are on this video, the people that watch this video, I want them to join with me in healing. So the veil between the physical body and the spiritual realms, their own spiritual guides, their own spiritual energy, is connected in a way that's they have more and more and more and more and more ability to transform spiritual energy into the physical bodies, to the point where the physical bodies will become one with the spiritual essence. So our physical bodies will understand and remember who we truly are and what we're capable of doing. So we'll be able to do miracles again. We'll be able to become what it is we tried to become a long time ago and got lost into the chaos of this physical realm. Niso no kanai. We need to remember where we come from and who we are. No sina kamanasi. I see an old man. He stands on a mountaintop and he has a staff and he slams it into the ground. And the staff is glowing the staff is golden, and it has circles that are interlocked and moving in the top of the staff. The staff is it's a little shorter, just below what your shoulders would be. And it starts to spin, and the staff is in the ground itself, and it's standing straight up. The old man is no longer holding the staff. Instead, he puts his hands up to the sky, and this thunder. There's a huge storm. There's like a vortex above him, and there's lightning coming down, hitting the staff repeatedly, and it's getting more and more and more intense. And the old man is shouting at the top of his lungs. And because it's just so loud, the energy is so loud, the claps of thunder, the wind, the vortex is like a tornado, and it comes down to the tip of the staff, and the staff stays firmly into the ground, and it absorbs the whole storm into the staff, and the lightning just keeps hitting it over and over and over again until there's nothing left except clear sky. And you hear an eagle off in a distance flying towards us. The eagle lands on the man's shoulder. The man looks at the staff, and the staff it's not like, it doesn't look anything like it used to be. It looks like an old tree that's been charred many, many, many times. And the man gets upset. He whispers into the eagle, and the eagle flies away again. And the eagle comes back with another staff. And the man keeps trying over and over and over again this process, never giving up, never stopping. There has to be a way, he says. But every time he tries to do it, the staff becomes like a black and charred piece of wood. And now the whole top of this mountain is covered with these charred remains of these old broken pieces of wood that once were golden staffs. He tries to figure out what is wrong. And he looks down into the valleys, and the valleys are full of shadows, full of darkness. Because he cannot do what he seeks until these shadows, until the valleys are full of light again. So the man sets up all these strings of just like, I don't know how many, but these valleys now, as I'm seeing them, are now rimmed with these thousands upon thousands upon thousands upon thousands, you could say millions of actual staffs all over the world. The man's just painstakingly going one at a time, puts it into the ground, puts it into the ground, puts it into the ground, puts it into the ground. He's trying something different. He covers all these dark valleys, basically lines them with these golden staffs. He creates one massive golden staff in the center. And he puts it through the earth, and so it comes out the other end. And the staff is like so big that it actually comes, like it goes literally right through the center of the earth. He keeps building this till it's complete. It takes a while to do this, the process, to place every single staff in this. And he's working on this massive staff that goes through the center of the earth that has a double-sided staff has two circular. It's like the end of the staff is like rings and rings and rings of interlocking, swirling, golden circles intertwined and spinning in different sizes. So this staff is now double-sided. And down the staff itself into the earth is like circular patterns that go around and around and around, go into the earth. So he continues to place all these staffs, connecting them all to this large one. And they're connected through a very, 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 very fine thread. It's almost like silk, white silk that goes through all the staffs, underground, connecting onto this main staff. He says he's going to try this one more time. But he needs the help of as many souls. So you could say that each staff is a soul on earth. The more souls that hold on to this, that are part of, that pick a staff and send their energy of healing through it, the more likely this will work. So I call upon all the souls of the earth, past, present, future, the angels and the archangels, spirit guides, people from all over the physical reality, the souls that can hear me, the alien beings, Srumane Takatura Nai Tisa Kono Hino Komo Hui Tura Tan Tan Histo Nahi Nakano Basana. We each take a staff. We claim a staff. We sit and we place our hands on the staff and we simply state that I am ready to hear the voices of the universe. Nosokina manahi. To hear the wisdom of the universe. Nakamana nahiturahi sakan. To once again remember Nokukina mahi dasata. who I truly am. Hu ya nihatatan. What I can do. Ni nakatist. No kuyena nasun. I am Huryanaki, one with the Spirit. Huanakiso of my ancestors. Nakusin. Nakuai. My past lives. Nakanomindi. One with everything in the universe. Nahura titi anan. Hukina. Dasino hira nakinti. But I am also one. Namaki. One. Sinakati. Hosonahi. But also part of everything. Nakanamoni naka. Sunahi turakina mahusande. My eyes are open. Nakuseya. There is nothing that stands between me and the spirit world. Soyainde kata. Nianamo kuste nakatina. I touch the air. Oyanai. And I touch the realms. Mokinakanai. We are all connected. We are all one. No kosatiya. The illusions of the physical world. No kimanai. No longer exist. Nastatanai okon. Air soyante. O kiesona monisa. No sayante. No kusina. I walk to the stream. No kusoniana. In heaven, shown to me by an angel. Nakuya. This stream is everything in the physical and spiritual universe. Nuyani. I kneel down and I take a drink from it. Osanahi. And I take 2 steps into it. Osanahi. And I lie down into the stream till the water covers me, and I fall down to the bottom. No moni. I allow myself to fall. It becomes deep like an ocean, and I am surrounded by Hokika, the energy of the universe is everywhere. No naintan. I am one with the universe. No yanai. O sayan. I am one with everything. Yanai. I see Nasoku. An explosion. Nakahi. The creation of new life. In just a second, an instant, it comes to be no kui un atasan. Ayan Torai. The rain falls all around me. I look up. Tuyan. The rain turns to knives. They fall down all around me. And I turn my head for a second to protect it. Nisorai. A hand touches my shoulder and says, "Why are you afraid of flowers?" And I look up and the sky is full of petals and not daggers at all. I said, "How can I see daggers when they're petals of flowers?" Because you see what you want to see. You connect on what you want to connect to. So if you believe that there will be knives that fall from the sky, then you will get knives that fall from the sky. You will get flowers that fall from the sky, petals, and see them as knives. Instead of smelling the roses, the rose petals, the lilies, the fragrance of many different types of flowers falling from the sky. This is what is actually happening. However, no kisananai. He slams his foot on the ground and there's a dark shadowy form that forms. He runs at the old man's staff. The old man, surrounded by darkness, pulled down into the earth. He stands strong, but so many fall around him, and they get pulled into the earth. The man holds the staff, the big staff, and screams. He yells as loud as he can, and there's a bright light that appears above, and it comes down and hits the main staff and lights up all the other staffs. But there's so many staffs that are broken. The man does not give up. He separates himself. He shatters his own form to hold all the other staffs that the souls have been pulled into the earth. But in doing so, has diluted his memories of who he was. He gets lost, and the old man leans up against the thousands and thousands and thousands of staffs as all the souls get pulled into the earth, get lost, forgotten. And now he is so worn thin that he doesn't remember what he was supposed to do. He forgot why he separated himself, what he was going to do. he got lost, and he turns to stone, and all the statues turn, all the souls turn to stone, all the staffs turn to stone. And these staffs get covered up with many layers of dirt and rock, and they get thicker and thicker and thicker, and everyone has forgotten about the staffs. Everyone has forgotten about this man, and the old man has forgotten himself. Soaring Nayananam Uriyanai. This is what it is like to be human in the physical world. The spirit realm has been forgotten. The doorways, the information, the knowledge, the wisdom have all been forgotten. We barely remember who we are. Most of us don't know who we are, have long forgotten diluted versions of ourselves. We are kept so busy, so diluted, we are just a fraction of ourselves, trying to survive in a chaotic world. If we don't change this, we'll never remember who we were. The wall will become completely sealed. The man will never find his way out of the stone. We will all be trapped in a world that never even knows why it existed in the first place, doesn't know who they really are. Spirit, soul will be completely forgotten, replaced by whatever is at the time. I even see the human race can become their souls forever trapped in such a dense place that they can't even find their way to heaven. This is what the human race wants. This is what they're creating. I walk up to the place deep within the earth where I see the staff. It goes right through the center of the earth. And I call upon all my ancestors, everyone on earth that is remembering who they are, everyone that is watching, everyone that hears this message deep within their souls. I ask you to remember who you are. I ask you to help me shatter the stone around this staff, shatter the stone around this man, to help him to start remembering who he is, because this man represents the human race. If he forgets everything, then we will as well. I give everyone a hammer of pure gold, And when you hit the stone, the hammer rings. It rings and vibrates energy through the stone. I ask everyone to take it. I ask the archangels and angels, the spirits of light, to all come and join me. My ancestors, my friends, all the souls that can hear my voice. I give you all a golden hammer, and I ask you to find a staff. Nokiran, and claim that staff and free the old man so he can go back to his soul once again. Iananakiako Moniatanakisanan. I wind up. Sorian. I ask the heavens to open up, and I ask everyone to hold the hammers high into the air and let the golden light of heaven fill it full of the most brightest light and love. Ian. Sorai. Oran. I ask you to swing with all your might into the stone that covers the pillar, the staff. Ori. Remember, you represent one staff out of millions. Nakia nanano. I swing the staff as hard as I can. It hits the stone. It shatters the stone, and a vibration goes up, up through the whole staff, shattering the rock. Nia no kurai. Now we see the golden staff in front of us. We hold the hammers up one more time, asking for the light of heaven, the light of the universe, the love of all to enter the hammer, and we swing more and more time to hit the staff in the part where the gold is exposed. Doesn't matter if the rock still exists. This one metal on metal, Naki Nasana Kurai, is the key to setting the old man free, to setting the human race free. Naya Nakanon. I swing. Urai Yananon. We hit the staff as hard as we can. The vibration goes within the earth. It shatters the old man's from his sleep. Ianakorin Dayanosorai Norian Ianai Oran Yasanakaning Urai Namokorian Andasiana Yeno Wanoin Urai Snianon Wain Diandon Dai Uran Naeso Nakianakarasiano Koran Tiasanakino Yenai Urai Nayas Orai no Korinyan Nainoran Osiento. The old man calls upon all the souls that have been set free, and they go back to the old man. We all stand firmly by our staffs that stand in front of us, glowing a beautiful golden light. Once again, the circles at the top of the staff start to spin and glow ever so bright. Hianan. I ask each one of you to put your hand on the staff and send all the love and light into the staff that you can. I nod at the old man. He is ready. Orienanoku Sainayanoko no manayano soinakai. A pillar of light from each staff goes up into the air. O soyanai diakakorandiende. Creating a gold light in the atmosphere surrounding the earth. O sai niamoko entaya satai. Horayan. See unknown. There is a rip, hoyanai, into the valleys. Hoyan. The tears of golden light appear. Hoyan. Above each of these valleys of darkness. Orieno kinaman nai. Golden light streams down heavily into the valleys. Orienasanai. Orienayan Tokian. Nasain Horaye. The valleys, the golden light from each of the pillars goes deep within each of the valleys. Horayanoko Hianai. Releasing many, many, many millions of dark souls that were trapped within the earth, setting them free to go into the light. The big pillar, staff, spins and shines light throughout the whole world, continually sending golden light into the valleys. No koi ngana no. This will continue as long as we continue to send love and light to these staffs. Yanaku Sianai. Thank you very much, everyone. If you're with to do a journey with me, you can visit my website at amonrosawakening.com, or you can go to my Northern Light pages at Joseph Bradley Roars and HiddenAuroraSpirits.com. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a wonderful day.